Hold up.
Hey guys, it is Tristan with Nerdouts Newsstand, and over the weekend there was some insane rumors to come out about the Flashpoint movie. There was some insane rumors to come out about erasing the Snyderverse and starting over, and a lot of this, you have to consider the source. I will go into what if this is actually true, but I don't necessarily trust the source, which is Grace Randolph. We have seen time and time again her championing the Snyder Cut, the Snyderverse. So I don't know if maybe she was possibly trying to get people riled up. I have also heard from people like Geekosity and Mikey Sutton that this is old rumors. This is something that was originally considered, but was actually wiped off the table, and this is not what's happening. But I do want to talk about them, even if I think they are probably unlikely to come true. I don't actually see the DCU going forward without both a Superman and a Batman, because let's be real, even when you look at the comic books, they absolutely milk Batman. And yes, we have the patents and stuff, but I don't think they would miss an opportunity to milk that IP. So let's talk about it. If you are new to the channel and enjoy this type of content, hit subscribe, hit like, leave me a comment down below. Let me know if you think this is real or if this is fabricated outrage. And let's talk about the rumors. There has been a couple people come out, but we are going to specifically hone in on what Grace Randolph had to say over the weekend and what her sources are telling her when it comes to the Flashpoint movie. Oddly enough, I haven't seen a whole lot of people overly excited for this movie. Now, yes, we haven't got a real trailer, and that probably has a lot to do with it, but people, even when Batman was announced, were a little bit more excited. So I'm curious to see how this one does. But let's look at the rumor, right? So the Flash Batfleck at final appearance, old footage of Cavill used on the TV. For one, I have no issue with this. I think they both did phenomenal in their role, but again, I don't see it happening. I don't see Ben Affleck continuing in this role. I'm hoping he at least gets a hero's goodbye and he's not just simply wiped off because of a multiversal catastrophe. I hope it is more some sort of self-sacrifice or something along those lines. I hope they do him justice. Now, as far as Henry Cavill, I actually told you guys a long time ago when the Ta-Nehisi Coates movie was announced that from my understanding and from what I had heard, Henry Cavill will not be continuing as Superman, which I find to be a huge shame. I think he was good in the role. I don't think the problem was necessarily him as an actor. I think the writing he had in Man of Steel and Justice League were absolutely horrendous. And then add BVS on top of it and you have a shit sandwich. I think that DC Comics generally does reboot things. And honestly, comparing the DCEU to the MCU, it may be the smartest thing to do. We have seen New 52, Rebirth, Crisis, Infinite Crisis, all of these things rebooting the DCU. Maybe that's what they need to do. Maybe they need a fresh start because clearly the first start was very fractured. And honestly, maybe that's the best thing to do. So, new Justice League formed. Supergirl is the new Superman. I don't know how I feel about that. I would have to wait and see how it is done. I do think Sasha Calle looks great in the Supergirl costume. But I do think, again, right now is a great time to do something like All-Star Superman and introduce a wonderful Clark Kent or use Henry Cavill. But instead, you're going to pull from a different multiverse and bring in Supergirl or Superwoman, depending on if they go, to the Injustice continuity. But I don't know necessarily that this is a smart move. I don't think people are going to like it. I don't personally think it's the worst thing in the world. Henry Cavill served his course. A lot of that stuff really needs kind of thrown out the window, and I don't think it's smart. I don't think it's smart from a business standpoint. From a fan standpoint, I have no problem with it. From a business standpoint, it looks like you are alienating a lot of the fans. So, Keaton working with Black Canary picks Batgirl as the new Batman. Oh boy. Okay, let's dissect this. Keaton is the Batman in this universe. So we have our Bruce Wayne. So we have old man Bruce Wayne, which I don't mind. I love like hot old man Bruce Wayne. How can you not? But as far as the new Batgirl, and this is sort of something that was rumored a while ago, again, by Grace Randolph, that they were going more for the Batgirl Beyond instead of bringing in someone like Terry McGinnis. And it does look like that's at least what they're trying for. And again, I don't know how I feel about this. Bruce Wayne and Clark Kent are fundamental parts of the DCU, whether it is in comics or in movie. You cannot take those two out of the Trinity and expect to be extremely successful. I am all for female empowerment when it is organic, and this doesn't feel organic to me. Now, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe the movie will prove me wrong. Maybe it'll all make sense. But the writer you have to keep in mind for the Flashpoint movie is Christina Hobson. And if you're familiar with their work, you will know she wrote Birds of Prey. Yeah, there's not much more I have to say. It's a fun movie. The story just is absolutely not great. So why put her on something that is so important to the DCEU moving forward? Because reasons, I don't know. This is the new DC. Let's give it a fair shot. Now, the other rumor is that this is going to erase the Snyderverse, which makes no sense because they still have Wonder Woman. They still have Aquaman. Ezra Miller is in this movie. So honestly, looking at from a logical standpoint, now that can't even happen. And if it does, so like those movies were not huge when it came to like being as successful as they had hoped. They were not something that was necessarily well received by comic fans. There are a lot of people that love those properties. But honestly, if you're looking at the writing of those movies, they are all pretty bad. Like, they are not those characters. The only one I would say is truest to form is Wonder Woman in the first movie. And Batman's brooding. Yeah, I mean, Ben Affleck absolutely gets the brooding part of Bruce Wayne so correctly done. But, okay, I think that's probably what they need to do. How they reboot it is going to be the problem. I think not necessarily erasing, because you can't really erase anything. You can retcon or do a soft reboot, but that is something DC is known for. They've done it over and over and over again, and it looks like we're heading towards another crisis in the book. Super fun. But yeah, that's probably the smartest thing to do. There was so much damage done to Clark by snapping Zod's neck. How do you bring that character back? You don't. That's not Clark Kent. It's absolutely not. So it makes sense. But if you're going to simply replace them with women because of empowerment, it's a little rude. Like it is. I want these characters to be the Trinity. I want to see the Trinity on camera. And all we've gotten so far is a lackluster script for the Justice League. That's not Superman. That's not Batman. And a lot of times it's not Wonder Woman. So if you're going to use these IPs that you own and can honestly exploit, why are you not doing it? Honestly, it makes zero sense. Like, your most successful characters are Aquaman and Wonder Woman, which makes no sense because those are the least successful in the comic books. So put the work in. Do something correctly. I do think Pattinson's movie looks phenomenal. I am really excited to see how that goes. But again, that is not DC continuity, and a lot of people are upset they're erasing from continuity. Just because you erase from continuity doesn't mean those things just suddenly disappear. You can still always go back and watch those movies. They're not going anywhere. Just because you create does not mean you destroy something previously. So I have no issue with it. I just hope that they do it smartly. And as of right now, if these rumors are true, which again, I do not believe, it doesn't sound like they are doing it in a correct manner. Does not sound like they are doing it in a way that fans will like. And that is what should matter. I guess they're lost their mind if this is actually the case. So anyways, let me know what you guys think about these weird ass rumors. Let me know if you have a problem with Snyder stuff being erased from continuity, or if you were looking forward to the new Batgirl and Superwoman. I'm looking forward to them. I just want to see my Trinity. That is just my obsession with the characters. So I will see you guys in the next one.